Alright, what is good, everybody? It's your boy Tevin, aka TJ, aka Gaza, and we back at it again with another video. This time, this video is one of my favorite characters that we're doing. Well, I can't say my favorite character, my favorite anti-hero character of all times. And his name is Spawn. Spawn is one of the iconic anti-hero characters that's been going on for a long period of time. Way before Red Hood was ever a thing. But we're gonna do a showcase and a gameplay of Spawn. And we're gonna get into his history a little bit so y'all can know a little thing about him. But for those of y'all that already know, just watch the video, comment, like, and share with everybody that you know. Cause one, you might enjoy the movesets that he got, and you might enjoy the gears and looks that he has. But let's get into it. But before we do, please like, comment, and subscribe. And share with all your friends and family so that they can enjoy the video as well. Don't let them be behind the door while you watching a video of mine about Spawn. Like, let everybody know that this is something that they should look at. But let's get into the video. You did? Alright. Let's go to customization. Go to characters. I already added a variation, but still, we're gonna go through a whole look for them. So we're gonna go off my variation. Now we're gonna go off the first variation so we can see the generic look that he looks as. But this is his legs. This is one of my favorite looks from Hellspawn. But that's what they added to it, but still, this is who he is. Trust me, most of these words I can't even pronounce myself, so I doubt I could literally say them. But still, most of these look nice. Most of them don't really look nice because that's just their little additional like add-ons towards the characters and everything. But I like the original looks for Spawn because he goes from every single concept that they have from the comics and from the TV show that he had within the 90s and the 80s. But still, Spawn is one of the iconic characters. This one looked nice, but to me, I think this one goes for medieval Spawn, or what was that other one? No, medieval Spawn. Yeah, I was gonna say one that's totally wrong, but hey, that's medieval Spawn. I like this color though. This color is dope. This is another one from the first look, but this is a different look towards it. Like, from this one right here, this is how it looks within the original looks. This is the update for that look, which is different color. It looks nice, but it looks kinda weird looking. But it's the same. It's the same thing as the first one that I was looking at. I don't like this one, but this one is drag the hell boot that he had. Most of these boots supposed to be heavy as hell, but still, it's a hell boot. This one looks like a regular boot that he has, like one of those Iron Man boots, but this is hell on earth. Dead After Dawn, which is another one of my favorite, but this is for medieval spawn. Then you got Valak, which is one of the I think one of the gears that he had from the Valhalla spawn, or I forgot what spawn it was, but I know it was one of those spawns that was like kind of a goddess, not goddess, god like character. Well, version of spawn, but still. This one, look more like he's a zombie instead of something unique. This is like a smaller version of the Valak spawn, well, Valak boot that he has. This one I like a lot. This is Elagos, and I can't explain what Elagos is, because there's just names that they add towards the boot itself, but this is very iconic within the medieval hell spawn. Again, that weird looking boot that nobody can really care of. This one looks like a boot that Thor would have, which is Haginti, or Haginti, however you say it, but Haganti or Haginti, it's still the same. It's just different pronunciations, but this one is a nice looking boot with the sharp tooth sticking out the boot. Gone to Blaze. This is like one of the like war spawn looks that he has. Well, war spawn gear that he has. The color looks better than this color right here. This looks so weird. Devilish Detail. This is one of NetherRealm's looks that they wanted to add, because knowing Spawn, he always walk around with that big heavy boot on one side of his foot. But this looks so nice, but it fits with Hell Spawn or Medieval Spawn. More with Medieval Spawn, because Medieval Spawn has a lot of armor, and knowing that he has a lot of armor, he basically uses that armor for brutal attacks or just for defensive gears that basically would not harm him, even though he can't be harmed himself, because he's a spawn from hell and he already died, so he can't really die anymore. But still, it's one of the nice looks for hell spawn or medieval spawn. This one I love a lot. This one was an iconic look for hell spawn. I think that was his second or third version of him from a different universe in his comic book, which was basically more on him being a badass and being the king of hell itself. But still, End of Days was one of his his good looking boots that he had. Even though it wasn't really a boot, it was just like a brace that you could put on your calf or just to protect your knee and all that. Alright, then we got Hell Hath No Fury, which is just his generic look. Then you have the Ratchet Future, which is, well, Wretched Future. I'm saying Ratchet like I'm so focused on black people's ratchetness. But still, even though I'm black myself and I'm not really that ratchet until somebody like get me all upset, but still. Um Wretched Future is basically his Hellspawn look. And knowing that his Spawn's Hellspawn version is very overpowering and it's like somewhat near um King Spawn look from Hell. This is his brass knuckles. He doesn't really use it anyways unless he's like back in his little mercenary days when he was an actual mercenary, then use that for his personal use just for revenge. And this is basically Laraji, was it? Yeah, Laraji, which is basically, or Laraje, which is basically a Russian, not Russian, but is it Russian or is it Italian version, where he's more on the war spawn of himself, where he's all like war fanatic and wanted to wreak havoc on Earth or within Spawn, within Hell itself as well. Because remember, he's an anti-hero who basically hates violence, but does the violence, and he's trying to save people's lives, even though he's basically killing both good and bad um people. But still, Spawn is one of those anti-heroes who loves wreaking havoc anywhere he goes. In any dimension that he's been in, no matter what comics they put him in, no matter what TV show that he's literally stepped foot in, he literally is one of the badass characters that you could actually look forward to play as or watch on TV or just to meet in person the person who created Spawn or person who voiced them, like Keith David and Michael J. White. Well, not voice but acted Spawn as well. But still, choosing those people as Spawn himself, that's the right choice to do because Keith David has the voice and he has the emotion to like throw forth the character, well, towards the character, and make him real within animation style. For Michael J. White, even though most people hate the movie and most people love the movie, for me, I love the movie because Michael J. White is Spawn and he plays the role very good. But still, Spawn is one of those characters who've gone through hell on Earth and hell under, well, yeah, hell under Earth itself. And basically he knows exactly what to deal with before doing anything. He studies what he does and he goes forth and he wreaks havoc no matter how it is, because that's Spawn's character itself. Spawn is, well, a revenant from hell. Alright, now we're gonna go to his cape. There's nothing really to say about his cape, but eh, you could just say that his cape is an inanimate object that actually has life within itself, like his chains as well. But I wish that you could change his cape or change his well, no, you could change his capes, but I'm talking about like change his chains or change his like mask or something, but you can't really do that because they already put it towards the cosmetics, which is also good. This one is Hellspawn. Well, I can't say that's Hellspawn, but that's Hellspawn's actual like cape. Uh, how you call it? I don't know how you call it, but this is a part of Hellspawn's cape, which looks very nice in either color. Then you have Hellspawn's second version of his cape. Then you have Warspawn, which this is very generic for him. And I forgot what issue they had him as Warspawn, but still it is very generic in that point. This one looks so nice. This is, I think this is Hellspawn's look, but it looks so fucking nice. Oh, sorry for cursing. Barely be cursing when I record, but still, this is basically most of his looks. They gave him a lot of generic or unique looks for his cape. This is Medieval Spawn's gear for the cape. But it, like, I still consider it as Warspawn, even though it's Medieval Spawn's like gear. This looks so nice in the regular color. Alright, now that you've seen the gear, let's go to the cosmetics. And look how unique he would be within any color or different variations of him. This looks so nice. I like this color on him. Even though my favorite color is purple and blue. This look nice as well. This looks they made him look more like a Ninja Turtle instead of like Spawn itself. Like with this one right here, he looks just like Michelangelo, but with the yellow look instead of the orange. Okay, now we're going too fast. This is Gunslinger. Gunslinger is another one of my favorite looks for Spawn. Gunslinger Spawn is more on the missionary aspect of Spawn, instead of bringing up hell and using his chains for for his assault right, but well, assault weapons. But yet, with this variation of him, it's more on him using guns instead of using chains and using like bringing out hell and burning people alive and all that other stuff. Oh, I like this. I like this look. This is more on how I would expect Spawn to look when it comes to stealth mode. I like this color on him as well, because this is more like military look instead of like how he would look like this, which is bland and just regular unique colors. Like they have different military looks for him because of the whole gunslinging Spawn version of him. I like the colors for these right here, but I don't like this. It makes him look more like a Ninja Turtle instead of how Spawn usually supposed to look. This looks nice for the classic look. I like this one as well. Crimson color. Well, I can't say crimson. I would say burgundy look, even though burgundy and crimson is kind of the same in a way. Now we going into the whole medieval Spawn version of him. This is the medieval look that he basically walks on Earth within, I think, the 1960s of the comic books, but I don't really remember because I barely go into comic books anymore, even though I collect most of them, but still. This is medieval Spawn, and I really like this color because it's like a generic color for medieval Spawn. This also looks nice for medieval Spawn as well. This one makes him seem like he's more of the heavenly god Spawn instead of a medieval Spawn. This looks so nice. But there was one look that made him look like Azrael from Batman. I forgot what look that was. I think it was... No. Was it? No, it wasn't this one. It wasn't that one. I think it was this one, or it was this one. It was either one, but these two made him look more like Azrael from Batman. If any one of y'all has played Batman Arkham Knight and gotten to the version, well, not the version, gotten further into the story where Azrael shows up to become the next Batman, he, like, the way he looks, they captured it with Spawn's generic medieval look, but just with different colors. But now let's go into his intros and his victory poses. In that intro, he did chop up Violator's head and put it on the stick and used that as a mantle to let all of his Spawn army and anybody he walks with or walks towards, fear him and basically just be afraid. Because Violator was one of the worst creatures from hell to look over Spawn, to make him become Spawn's, like Hell Spawn's army, a leader. Even though Hal Simmons was basically a right candidate for that. But still, Spawn, aka Hal Simmons, didn't really like Violator because he was so weird. I like how that sounds. I know for a fact when I unlock that, I'm keeping that King of Hell victory, because that victory is so unique and it matches him. I might end up getting that as well, but I have to go through Tower of Time to get all of that. These are all his fatalities and his brutalities, and then you have his end of the round taunts, which he has more. You have to like unlock them all. Now let's go to his movesets. Alright, so Gun Blazing and Blaze of Glory are two movesets that is set for Gunslinger Spawn. Now I'm not sure if they're gonna have it yet, but I did hear that you should do it, and if you still taking classes. Some people who are taking classes, they should do it online so that they won't fail their classes. And for those that's not like taking classes or doing classes within the next term or this term, they don't really have to worry about it until August or whenever they get back to school. So if you're like taking classes now, you should do online classes. But knowing that we're not able to go back to school, I don't think it's possible that we could start doing online classes yet, because they didn't give us no like authorization or any further notice on what to do within school wise. Plasma, well, Plasm Pole, Plasm, why is it so hard to say? Plasm Pool. That's one of Hellspawn's movesets. Hell Chain is another one. Letha Glide, which is just a glide for Spawn when he glides in the air just to stay away from projectiles and stuff. My professor hasn't sent me back instructions. Well, you not supposed to get instructions from your instructor yet. Well, from your professor yet, because one, everybody's not working anymore, and Nobody's going to school, and everything that is going on is basically stopped because of the coronavirus. When did you send him an email? It is really getting very bad. Because I just heard today, around like 2, 3 o'clock, that starting tomorrow, every restaurant, every store, and schools and everything is gonna be closed for the within 30 days, or maybe more, depending on if it's gonna continue on within that point. So we have to stay quarantined within our house until further notice to get back to school, to get back to work, to get to whatever store that we want to go to buy stuff or buy food and anything. So starting tomorrow morning, everything is going to be closed. So don't expect to go out, don't expect to do anything because the coronavirus is literally messing things up for us. We can't even enjoy the outside anymore. Yeah, I choose not to change. I choose not to blame uh, China or its people at all. But it happened, and it started in China. So it's like there's nothing to blame. There's nothing to basically talk about within that point. There's other people who basically um, blames them for just passing it on or bringing it towards America or anywhere else within the world. But still, it's is what it is. And knowing people who does the experiments on the animals are the reasons why China are getting blamed by other people. And they're not supposed to be blaming anybody towards this at all because it's not China's fault. It's not anybody's fault. It's just the people who's doing experiments for what reason nobody knows. Of course they are. Like look at the fact that they're doing it. Like remember in the past when everybody's talking about the truth, talking about things that really goes on within the government, that really goes on the streets, that really goes on anywhere. What's been going on? The government has been killing them off 24/7. They've been picking them off one by one because they can't have the truth going out. They can't have what really goes on behind closed doors known by anybody else. So that's the only reason why the government is being exposed or is exposed for those reasons. But it is what it is. All we got to do is just wait for the time to come so that we could be able to get back to our natural lives. That's it. We have to wait. Charging Hellspawn is another one, but this is one of the move sets that I like from watching the trailer and watching the Kombat cast that goes towards Spawn. He charges at you, and you could do a combo by enhancing the attack to get combo setups or to basically pin your opponent towards the wall. Rising Hell, which is basically where he throws his chain underground and pulls out hell itself to burn and push up your opponent further. Then you have Invoking the Legion, which is basically not a move set or anything. It's just something to basically boost the character when it comes to using his fatal blow and all that. Either using either using it before or after the fatal blow. Within the fatal blow, if you start it before, it's gonna cause less damage. If you use it like once that you're about to win, then it's gonna cause more damage. If y'all understand what I'm talking about. Yeah, I saw the Spawn movie, and I saw the um I haven't seen the Hasbro series. I've seen the TV show that Tom McFarlane has made for Spawn and everything, and it's nice. It's actually the TV show is actually what captivates me towards Spawn. The movie just made me love it even more. Oh, you talking about HBO? I thought you was talking about Hasbro. Well, I've seen the HBO. I have it downloaded on my PS4 to where I could watch it anytime I want to. The movie, I haven't seen the HBO movie yet, even though it came out like last year and everything, and I think that they were supposed to bring another Spawn movie out, but we don't know much more besides the movie that we have from last year, and I haven't seen that movie yet. But I've seen the TV show that was brought in within 1990, the 1990s actually, and I've seen the Spawn movie that was set up within the 2000s. But I haven't seen HBO's movie, on which is supposed to be on the PS4, but not um brought out yet, unless we get a confirmation by Tom McFarlane that it's gonna be on the PS4 for all of us to know, or get it digitally from any digital website. Soul Forfeit is a hard-hitting attack. If y'all seen Injustice 2, where Batman has his kryptonite punch. Soul's Forfeit is basically like that, but just with more effects and more like how you say, more oomph towards the punch. Fallen Angel is another attack when you dive from the ground. Letha stance, which is his chain stance, which is another stance that you can have for Spawn. I recall Spawn was a Soul Calibur before he was in Mortal Kombat. That is so true. Spawn was in Soul Calibur 2 or Soul Calibur 4, I think. And they didn't really do much with him. They kind of held his limits on how far they can actually go. I remember reading that Game Informers was a thing. Well, yeah, Game Informers was a thing, but they still give Game Informers no matter what. So, for me, I just don't care, because that was like the first time they actually showcased Spawn within a game, and before they had his own like game itself. But both the Soul Calibur Spawn and the Spawn game that he actually was in himself by himself, it wasn't really that good, because they was so like they held a lot of things back because of the fact that you got kids playing and you got like teenagers playing and all that. So it's like they kind of messed it all up. I saw AVGN video on Spawn, he had more than one game. That is true. He did have more than one game. But for me, off of my knowledge, I only knew that he was in only one game. The other games, I have to continue looking at that to see what other games that he was in. But I only knew that he was in um, Soul Calibur, and he was in um, any other game itself. But that's all I know. Like, I'm more into the comic books and TV shows and movies. The games, I'm not really like that into for most characters, unless it's like games that I can actually play like on a daily. So now we're gonna end up playing like a quick. We're gonna play towards the variations of him. But we're just gonna do one variation, not all of them, because the way I set up my local match is where there's five rounds within that. So I'm gonna just choose spawn, and I'm gonna use I would say Hellraiser, but I also want to use Inner Demon, and I also want to use Gunslinger, but I'll use Inner Demon for right now, so I can learn his movesets within Inner Demon. And for that we're gonna choose Spawn, but the Hellraiser version. Just look up AVGN's video and on Spawn, but you can't buy the games through modern consoles, only through like eBay and stuff. PS2, Dreamcast. Okay, thanks for the information. I will look up AVGN's video to see what I could learn from him and or her or whoever the person is within the video, and learn more about the character, well, not the character, the games that is already out for Spawn. And or emulator, you know. I really don't know, but thanks for the information.
Whatever deal you made was a mistake. I kill you, I get my soul back. There's always a catch.
Round 1, fight.
Alright, before I do this, let me learn his special moves, which is back, forward, down, down, back, square, back, forward, triangle, back, forward, X, down, back, X, and his fatal blow, of course.
Round 2, fight.
This is my first time playing with Spawn.
Round
Alright.
4, fight.
That's what it does. Okay. There you go. I don't see what that does, but still.
Let's go.
Round 5, fight.
I was gonna use the grab, but it is what it is. Can't really
Round
use the grab like
6, fight.
Wait, what's this brutality? Because knowing that this is the last one. Plasma pool and that. Okay. But this is for where the brutality would be. Street. Okay.
Go there.
Finish him.
Dang. I could do the brutality and the Tower of Time, but still. That's how Spawn is played. Time to go into the Tower of Time to unlock more gear for Spawn. And I know for a fact I'm gonna be working on Spawn a lot. Once that I get the hang of Spawn, that's when I'm gonna end up going into rank match with him to basically see how well I do with him. But we're gonna start Tower of Time to unlock his gears and his cosmetics. The time of death. Alright, let's start. I know for a fact Kronika is gonna be total hell once that I start with him. Well, her on that point. But I gotta work my way up. I'm gonna end up using. I'm gonna use Chain Spawn. Well, Hellraiser Spawn. And then the next time I'm gonna end up. The next tower I'm gonna end up using Gunslinger. Just to show you all different variations while I'm playing on Tower of Time.
not from this realm.
No shit, Sherlock. Is it a problem?
Only time will tell.
Round 1. Fight.
Go!
Round 2. Fight.
Alright, let's see what is something I could do. Necroblast, which is basically back forward square. Hell Chain, which is back forward triangle. Soul Shatter War Club, which is back forward X, and Rising Hell, which is down back X. Oh, you can expand that.
Another soul for Malboja.
I told y'all I was gonna do
Spawn
brutality.
wins.
And no one spawn, he's good for those. He's an executioner from hell. But I really gotta do his fatality and his well, both of his fatalities. Cause I have to like go further within and then I can't play spawn with just one fatality. I have to have two.
A legion of souls is within you.
Power like this doesn't come free.
Then I will steal it.
Round 1. Fight.
Oh. Dang, Sub-Zero, watch out. Messed it up. Same here.
I've had enough.
I would love to see just
Round
lead
2.
that.
Fight.
Just complete. Yeah, that is possible if they can actually do that, but still, it's like with Injustice 3. Yeah. And my controller is about to die too. That's tough.
Final
Straight
round.
up comic book
Fight.
crossover. Well, they had a whole bunch of comic book crossovers, which is basically good, but still, it is what it is though. I know I'm gonna have to restart this because yeah, I'm gonna have to restart it. Because if y'all see how many times Sub-Zero been coming out, that's not fair at all. I already have like USBs, but I have 2 controllers, so I'm gonna end up getting my second controller that's already fully charged. Oh my god, I swear. Sub-Zero is not supposed to be helping. They're doing it too. They're doing that way too early within the game.
Round 2. Fight.
Oh my god. But yeah, I would love to see Injustice 3 and see what characters they add into this. But we have to wait.
Fight.
And yeah, the crossovers, they have so many crossovers set up for this. Bruh, Sub-Zero's been coming up a lot. Bruh, Sub-Zero was never here. Bruh, oh my, I swear I never knew they would enhance this man's attacks along with adding Sub-Zero with them. Like, they never did that before. But they anteing up a lot with this. But still,
Round 1. Fight.
this is my first time actually like it is my first time well, not first time, second time restarting the game. Oh boy, I'm literally playing so stupid right now.
Round 2. Fight.
Now this time I literally gotta stay away from Sub-Zero because this man has been throwing me
Final
off.
round. Fight. Face him.
Alright, so let's do let's do this one. That one was Unchained. Rest in peace. Unchained is R2 circle, and that's me. That is so cool.
Fatality.
I want to grab that
Spawn
and literally put it
wins.
as my background on my phone, so I could just walk around and look at that unique fatality that they have. Congratulations, online reward. I'm not even online, but okay.
I don't trust folks who deal with devils.
I killed all my devils.
Not sure that's any better.
Round 1. Fight.
Ooh, so basically that is not good.
Let's go.
Round 2. Fight. Brutality.
Another soul for Malbosia.
Spawn wins.
You're on Black Dragon business?
Here to shut that shit down.
What are you smoking, Chief?
Round 1. Fight. Final round. Fight. Finish him.
Where was this one?
Fatality. Spawn wins.
Time to play against the original Big Boss. The one I hated so much in MK1 when I first started playing Mortal Kombat.
Only one of us walks out of here.
You've sinned on a scale reserved for gods.
And you can't beat that. Round one. Fight. Round two. Fight! Finish him. Fatality. Spawn wins.
Alright, for the next one, I'm gonna use Gunslinger and try and learn along the way so I can be able to use his guns and everything else.
Spawn.
Time to use guns.
My mission is to terminate the undead.
Then back off. We're on the same side.
How? You are also undead.
Round one.
That is so
Fight.
funny. Alright, so I'm just playing without knowing exactly what to do. Alright, back forward square, back forward triangle, which is unhell, veil or vile, soul of course, fatal, phantom, which is down, down, back, X. Alright, let's start.
I've had enough.
Round two. Fight.
Hey, hold on. Down, back, X. Hey, hold on. What? Sorry about all the pausing and everything. Forward, back, square. And Blaze of Glory, which is down, forward, square. Lethal Stance, which is down, forward, circle. Alright. Wait, does it have a different like brutality or is it the same? Nope, same thing. No brutality. Until I unlock it.
Finish him. Spawn wins.
That is crazy. They're closing it for the whole year. I can't, like, to be honest, that'll be a good thing for most of us because we don't really have to deal with bullies and like people just beating us up for no apparent reason. But living without going to high school, elementary for a whole year, that isn't right. Like, that's tough. Like, I can understand if they do it for college because we the ones that need a break. We've been working our ass off, like literally trying to learn, trying to get into the real world to basically become who we want to be.
I know, I seem like a clown to you.
And I hate clowns.
Then do not watch Ninja Mime.
Round 1. Fight.
Whoa. But yeah, going without school for a long period of time, knowing that that's something that we can't do because we're kids. Well, for most of the people that's basically been through like school for elementary and all that, like they can't go without education. We can because we've been through it all. It's just college is just another form of education for us, just to get into the big world. But still, yeah, that's just weird though.
Finish him.
To be honest, you'll get bored. So if you don't have education, I remember spending almost 3 months in the hospital.
Fatality.
I was
Spawn
in
wins.
the second, but worst time of my childhood. I feel you, bro, or girl, or whoever your gender is, but still, I feel for you. It is very tough going without education, but knowing most of us, when we were kids, we have all the energy in the world to basically do whatever we want to do, which is basically playing sports, playing video games, dancing, reenacting TV shows and movies.
Your sulfur stench is putrid.
I've seen alley trash worth more than you.
For that, I'll have your head.
Round 1. Fight.
Oh yeah, I totally forgot. Yo, I knew I forgot. But yeah,
Let's go.
Round 2.
yeah, that is true. You did
Fight.
have Kingdom the last time, even though I kind of whooped your ass. yeah. Whenever you want to play Mortal Kombat with me, shit, just add me on the PS4 and we can play anytime.
Fatality. Spawn wins.
Well, once that you get the game, just let me know, or just message me on the PlayStation, or just shoot me a text on my phone if you have my number. If you don't have my number, then yeah, I can't put it out on YouTube because I don't put my numbers out on social media.
I was a just and compassionate emperor.
You massacred entire tribes.
And how did you end up in hell? Round 1, fight.
My PSN is just like my YouTube channel. It's Gaza_Prince305.
Let's go.
Round 2, fight.
Okay, well, once that you get a new game, Rich, just try and get the game as well, so that you could play against me or play other people online. Let's see. Back forward, down, down, X. Back forward, back forward, down, down, X. Fuck.
Spawn wins.
I really don't know, and I don't know how to do crossplay for PlayStation or the Xbox. So yeah, I've never done it before, so I really don't know how to do it or what to do within that point.
Sure as hell fight like a soldier.
I'm a lot more than a soldier.
That makes two of us.
Round 1, fight. 2, fight!
Alright, I'm gonna add you guys.
Finish her! Fatality. Spawn wins.
Alright, let me add this person back. Nice profile. Mine's just look plain and weird. Alright. Now that we've gotten Hell Spawn and Gunslinger Spawn. What? No, not Hell Spawn. What was it? Hellraiser? Yeah, Hellraiser. So we're gonna go with the next variation, which is I forgot this one is just basic. We're gonna go with
Spawn.
Yeah, that was Hellraiser. That was Gunslinger. We're gonna use Inner Demon. And I'm gonna learn how to use Inner Demon as well. Even though I could have put more on other characters as well, but still, it is what it is.
Do you bleed? Bring those blades over and find out. I like this test.
Round 1, fight!
Okay, I'm starting the game without this. If PC gets expensive, I'ma probably just get a PS5. Okay, for me, I know for a fact I'm getting the PS5 anyways. I'm just waiting until the end of the year to get the or sometime in November or December to get the PlayStation 5. And I might end up getting the Xbox as well, but I don't know about the Xbox. The Xbox look like a stereo and I don't want to play it. So weird. Hell Pool, Plasma Pool, which is down, back, square, and charging Hell Spawn, which is back, forward, back, forward, X. Don't expect the console to be like out because of that virus. Yeah, I know, but 9 out of 10, it depends on how long this virus is gonna last, because nobody knows if the virus is gonna last even longer than this.
I've had enough of you.
Round 2, fight.
Yeah, to be honest, they do have a few more years until it becomes just like the PS3 and the PS4. But knowing when the PS5 come out, it's gonna be outdated, and everybody's gonna be so fixated on the PS5 instead of the PS4.
Spawn wins. Round 1, fight. Round 2, fight. Finish him.
Only if that was a brutality. If that was a brutality, boy, I would ensure this. Just like the trailer.
Fatality. Spawn wins.
I had to do that fatality just like how the trailer was, because going against Scorpion, if I did the other one, then it would have been weird. But still, it is what it is, though. Gotta be unique. But yeah, just like give me your opinion on what you think about this Spawn trail. Well, the gameplay of Spawn in general from me. If I need to work more on it, or if I am doing fine.
Don't run. That's too easy.
Shit, I can teleport.
Isn't that convenient, freakazoid?
Round 1.
And let me know, like, what do you think about, let me know about what you think about the character itself and the video, so I can see what I'm doing wrong. had this game, I would have known. But from
Round 2.
what I see,
Fight.
you need more practice on this combo. Thanks. And you're right, I do need more practice on this combo because this is my first time actually using this character. I tried to make a clean comeback, but it is what it is, though.
Fight.
Oh man, I messed it up. Only if that was a brutality, boy, I would have enjoyed it. Mortal Kombat combos, they legit make Guilty Gear all that weeboo. You was right. You was right. And all that weeboo anime fighting games I played look easy. Yeah, it really does. Like, I've played Guilty Gear before, and Guilty Gear is dope, but the mechanics and everything is so simple. Wait, Guilty Gear was for free? I did not know that. If I had knew that, I would have had it.
Round 1. Fight.
Oh, you talking about the free trial they had? Oh, okay. No, it's alright.
This is over.
Round 2. Fight. Final round. Fight.
be honest, this is one of my favorite brutalities for right now. Until I unlock the other brutalities for him, because I know for a fact that um that Hellraiser or Hells of Glory or whatever that was that I just did before the brutality, I know for a fact that that's gonna be a brutality, because once that I amplify that, that's gonna burn his soul and his body completely to the point that he's gonna look like ash or bones. But knowing NetherRealm, they like to surprise you with all the movesets and brutalities and stuff. Alright, so now that we played all three,
Spawn.
I'm thinking about just playing. I'm gonna play Gunslinger for this one. No, I played it before. I'm gonna go back to Hellraiser.
My enhancements beat yours.
Your words mean nothing to me, rookie.
Nobody calls me rookie.
Round 1. Fight. Round 2. Fight.
Wait, that's not really stupid.
Let's go.
Final round. Fight. Spawn wins.
realm will not fall easily.
Show me how to bring it down.
Only if you can keep up with me.
Round 1. Fight.
Nah, nigga, I am not gonna get frozen. Oh man, I wanted to get a flawless victory. He just messed up my shit. I wanted to get a flawless victory, man. That's tough.
Round 2. Fight.
Oh man.
Got a chill.
Fatality. Spawn wins.
I believe in your good intentions.
Then stand the hell aside.
The Nether Realm isn't yours to take.
Round 1. Fight.
Alright, hold up for a second. I know I'm getting my ass beat for the first period of 2 seconds within this match, but hold on. Alright, y'all, I'm sorry for taking so long. I know it wasn't supposed to be that long, but... Oh, what did I do? I knew I forgot about something. That was something I didn't do. Hell change, which is down triangle, but what was that? Hell hook. That's square. Um, shard strike, which is forge, square. Um, low claw, which is down triangle. Straight pain, which is triangle. Spin K4. Oh no, spinning K4, which is back triangle. Down triangle, which is rising cape, which is of course the uppercut. Um, chain choke. No, chain poke. Okay. Side kick, which is down X. Spinning hell. No, spinning heel, which is circle. Haunting reflection. Forward circle. Devil's boot. Back circle. Necro burst, which is down circle. Jumping attacks, which is the betrayer, which is square. War devil, which is triangle. And hell's general, which is X or circle. Um hop attacks. Okay, up square, up triangle. Hammering chains, which is up X and up circle. Get up attacks, which is up triangle and up X. Flawless block attacks, which is up triangle, up. Okay. Throws I already know. Roll and escape. Alright, so I got that back down. Alright. Oh my god, they added Raichu. Dang. This is the one consumable I hate about this. Which
Round
is basically
fight.
Raichu is basically why did they add this one? Nah, restart that. Cause that's not supposed to happen like that.
Round 1, fight. Round 2.
This man said, "Get away from me." That's what messed it up. The consumable attacks. Can't be that messed up by brutality. I want to deal with this.
your suit's power.
You won't live to tell about it.
Prickly, even for a dead man.
Round 1. Fight!
Think you can take me?
Round 2. Fight.
She got lucky.
Take your time getting up.
Final round. Fight! Spawn wins.
Oh man, that was a hectic match. I never knew a match would be that bad. Knowing that I'm not using the consumables, but yet the CPU is using consumables, which makes it harder for me to basically whoop the CPU's ass. But either way, it is what it is. I still won.
I've encountered your kind in the past.
I'm not the first Spawn, but I'm the best.
I prefer your medieval counterparts. Round 1. Fight.
At least somebody knows about the little the counterparts and shit.
Round 2. Fight. Fatality. Spawn wins.
I got a new icon. That's dope. Man, I swear. I am so happy that Spawn is in Mortal Kombat right now. He was supposed to be in Injustice 2, but knowing Spawn is more of a horror anti-hero, Spawn actually fits for Mortal Kombat, which makes it even more of an enjoyable moment for all fans of Spawn, and even the creator of Spawn, who's able to play the game whenever he wants to, whenever he visits NetherRealm, or he could just get a PS4 and play the game. But I don't think Tom McFarlane actually plays video games anyways.
Spawn.
We're gonna use Gunslinger for this one, cause this is correct. Should I use this one or should I use Hellraiser? I use Gunslinger because for Karnak is one of the main boss that not that many people actually pass, and they rage quit right after. For the people that's actually good at this game, they will have difficulties, but they will win the game at the end. But for me, knowing that I barely played this,
your life, your name, they will be wiped from history.
I barely
Come. It is time to
play Tower of Time like that, so it's like I'm not really that good off of it. See, look at this. She's so much of a cheat when it comes to using playing against her. Y'all gonna see why she's a cheat and nobody actually uses her. Nobody uses her within this whole
Fatality.
That's all because of this. She's one of those cheat characters that if she was actually a playable character, everybody would be cheating with her. Because she could stop time, she could manipulate time, she could literally do a lot of things with time based on movements like this. And it's so hard. Like, how can you win towards something like this?
I have been expecting.
Round 1. Fight.
Wait, I think no, that's everything. Got him.
Time will not heal your wounds.
Bro, what? And this is the problem. We only get one chance to fight her. That's the one thing that I hate about this so much. But this is the boss match, though. You only get one chance to win, you get only one chance to lose.
Round one, fight.
Your time runs out.
Oh my gosh. Every time when I get so close to win, I always lose. That makes no sense. I need to learn how to get away from that without blocking, because I need to get more attacks in, because if I block more, she's gonna try and keep attacking forward and try and keep me at bay, which is not good. Only way to end the sentence. Oh man. Finally, I got her. I finally did.
Netherrealm invaders showed up to piss me off. It would have cost a lot of power fighting them alone. But they were being hunted by my new friends. Call them Fire and Ice. They argue constantly, which is why I usually like to roll solo. But when it comes to killing demonic assholes, these guys don't flinch. I can get along with that. The Grandmasters tipped me off to Kronika. Said she was resurrecting some Netherrealm god named Shinnok. But that's not happening on my watch. Kronika's just as much a devil as Malbosia. Both make promises, both tell lies, both underestimate me. That's why I'll make a new hell for them, where they can burn together for eternity. The Netherrealm's locked down, but there's still 8 hells left to purge. It's time to bring up the reserves. I made choices in my life that sealed my fate. I'm beyond redemption. But even the damned are capable of doing some good. So all you devils out there, making false promises and spewing lies, we're coming, and you don't have a chance in hell.
Violator still looks fat like usual. But yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed this showcasing of Spawn and video game gameplay of Spawn. Well, I don't know why I added video game, but still, the showcasing and gameplay of Spawn. I hope y'all enjoy this. Stay safe and try and be happy, because I know y'all gonna be bored knowing that y'all can't be in school until whenever they say when to come back to school and when to go back to the campus. Or to work, anything. But either way, I hope y'all enjoy yourselves. Stay safe. Enjoy the rest of your night. And latest. And also good night to every single one of y'all. Because knowing most of y'all might be tired and wanting to sleep. But just remember, starting tomorrow, y'all can't go nowhere. Y'all can't go shopping. Y'all can't eat. Well, y'all can't eat at restaurants. Y'all can't go to school, and y'all cannot work. Y'all have to stay at home, which is a problem. But y'all gotta live with it until they say otherwise. So, latest.